4 people.
Boom! Boom, we're back.
Thomas Evan, Steve
Domenico. So, Steve, a lot of awards going on this year, end of the year.
Whoa, we're right off to the bat.
I got to admit, though, that drum solo on the intro to this
you
podcast,
always bring that up.
That's going to win an award.
So I had my drum.
Forget all the other awards.
All right.
Your drum solo is phenomenal.
Isn't it?
Phenomenal.
And I got like so many of them too. I just play that same one.
I'm
That is
not
the
talking,
intro.
Steve, I don't want to hear all your other
What?
stuff. I just want to hear that. See, there he goes. Here he goes.
All right. So, welcome to the Room podcast.
We are here.
My co-host, president of Regional Fight Sports, sitting in my co-pilot seat here.
As always.
Always love to have him here. The show flows so much better when Tom is aboard.
Hey.
What's up, Jared Kelly from Fightbook? One of my Team New England buddies there.
Man, Team New England.
Let us know if our mouths are matching our voices right now. If not, it doesn't matter. Just
deal with it, I guess.
just deal with it. So we are here tonight. We got our MMA professional regional fight sports rankings.
They did. I want to thank everyone who was involved in that. We did a great job. It was very challenging, very tough. There was so much action at the end of this year that really accumulated to end up what we came with. So please, guys, we do these rankings not to bash fighters, but to give them praise and reward and kind of put them where we feel as a media site they belong. They're pretty accurate. We do our best. We're always evolving. There's a couple different things I'm going to bring up on these rankings later on that we kind of want, more of the MMA fans to get involved in. We'll be doing Muay Thai rankings soon. Steve, what a pain in the butt that is, though.
That's your field.
There's just no records online. There's nothing. It's so difficult to do Muay Thai rankings, so I'm doing my best. I actually have sent messages out to fighters themselves personally saying, hey, we would love to rank you on our regional fight sports rankings. Please provide me your record.
Exactly.
Because I can't find
something.
it.
Yeah,
I can't find
nothing
it.
out there. Maybe that's, not that we have a full plate already, but
I'm in.
How about someone out there do some kind of Muay Thai?
Join regional fight sports for us and lead the Muay Thai division.
If you're a fan and a big supporter of like regional Muay Thai,
lead it. Come to us. We will put
let
you
us
on.
know.
Absolutely.
We'll give you, you'll be
Give
at
you a
Maya
role.
Fight, you'll be at No Boundary,
Boundary.
you'll be
That's
everywhere
it.
with us.
Wartime promotions.
And and we won't put a lot
There's
on
about
your
4
back.
shows. There's Wartime out there. There's the other one, Lace Up Promotions.
Lace Up, that's correct.
Yeah.
Comes in westerly a lot.
And then you got a lot of the smokers if they want to.
Exactly. So someone out there who wants to get their feet wet, who loves Muay Thai, knows Muay Thai.
And if you're in school, even better because you can use this as an intern.
Yes,
project.
and we will. I have a picture of that too, and we'll talk about that
You do?
later.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got all that shit. So to get back to the rankings.
So there's criteria, right?
We're going to talk about rankings first. Then we have John Stapleton coming on at 9 o'clock. He's calling in. John is traveling. He's in a big grappling event.
Yeah, it's a big
December 1st.
2-0
He's
as an amateur.
2-0 as an amateur MMA strawweight, 115 pounds.
I didn't know that was
Hard
a
to get a fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dan Cormier's 150 pounds
It's a good
strawweight
fight.
now. No, they're not fighting each other,
Oh, okay.
but
All right.
he's only amateur. Dan's like a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. I thought it was amateur. I apologize.
His name's Jack or John. I don't know. He's got Jack as at Tapology. Must be his middle name, or John might be his middle name. I don't know, but John Stapleton is on Facebook. That's his name on Facebook.
Can't wait.
So we're going to talk to him. He's coming off a big calf slicer.
I know.
First round
Amazing.
victory
It's a tough
at the
submission to
last
get.
Cage Titans
It's huge.
event back in November 3rd, I
Yep.
do believe.
Yes.
A big submission. And of course, it was going to be a grappling match. But he was throwing in kicks. Had some good stand-up. I guess he was mixing it up. He's evolving. He's
an
kid's
MMA
probably
is,
like
man.
20 years old.
Yeah,
so I have that fight. I have all footage of that kid on here. John Stapleton.
Here he is. He's watching.
Ah, there he is right there.
Yeah,
So,
Jared,
his buddy's on. Yeah,
Nice.
like he trains out of Trifecta.
Okay. Very good job.
Yeah, Jarrell Larinal.
Yeah.
Mike Kimball's
Great
traveled
guys.
through there.
Yeah.
A lot of great fighters coming out of there. David Espino, who's coming off a fucking fight of the night, almost at Combat Zone like 2 weeks ago.
Correct.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah,
So,
you've been all over. I know.
Yeah,
that. You've been all over.
yeah.
It, so that's good.
It's what I do. I like it.
That's why you're the man. That's why you deserve to win that award.
So,
Cage Titans.
that's right. All right.
Cage Titan
I'll flash
followers.
that picture right now because we're going to talk a little bit about this. Cage Titans. Yeah, real quick. So this is scholarship.
There it is.
There we are right there. All right. So to let everyone know, Cage Titans has Table Titans. It's another podcast that is on Monday
Talks about their
nights.
promotion. Yeah,
Talks
their
about
promotion.
Cage Titans events. Talks about their matchups. Their fighters come on. Kind of like what we do. Only they focus on
Absolutely.
Cage Titans, and if their fighters go to the UFC, Bellator, all that good stuff. So anyway, this year they are having another awards, the end of the year awards ceremony, and this one they included media in New England. So it's fun. Oh, Mike Povier's on right now. There he is.
Mr. Mike.
so
now
it's-
my question is,
Yeah.
media New England pertaining to Cage Titans.
I don't know. Well, yes, I think it's more Cage Titans because this is our Cage Titans awards, and they're awarding their fighters
No, it
in
makes
the
sense.
year. So, it's great to be nominated.
I love
and
that
you
they
know
do
what?
this. I think it's
we do
phenomenal.
contribute
It's a great
to
idea.
them and interview their fighters, but not so much as Brian Gershon from MMA Sucker, who's
Correct.
amazing. He's kind of new on the field, but
He
he's
does a great job.
He's all over
Great
Cage
job.
Titans. He was doing their pre-show on their last fight. Sean Gilday from Combat Sports
Sports,
Nation,
he's been there for a
of
long time.
course,
Yep.
has basically been their
media
personal
source.
media guy
Yeah.
for a couple of years now. So, and then we also got the Travises from Western Mass,
Yeah.
who cover everything.
Oh, they're
so,
amazing.
It's hard. I love being nominated, and if I
I gotta go with Western. Just something about Western Mass. Big shout out
all right,
to
we're
them.
back
They,
here.
They
And
got
Mike Polvier, thank you for that.
Western Mass
including us.
got me started and all this. So big shout out to Western Mass. They've been around for a long time, do a phenomenal job. So good for them.
Yeah, and they, like Mike said on his podcast Monday, Western Mass does like a breakdown of every
Yep, they've
basically
every done
every
it. It's
MMA
great.
event.
Yeah, they do predictions.
Yeah,
they do,
and
it's
they
great.
they go to every event, and they have Travis Lazar, Travis Sinclair, Ed Warhol, who takes most of
Some
all
of those
their
guys are
pictures.
around for years.
So they're all over the place, and I think there's only 3 or 4 of them in the whole unit there. So they're doing big things.
And how about Steve Domenico?
Steve Domenico's doing big things too.
You do a great job, Steve.
Now, if we're talking about regional and everything involved,
Then we
I
have
would
to be
say,
up there.
Then I would say, hey, yeah. I'm really psyched about being involved in
podcast
this
is
award.
huge.
But I think Brian Gershon or Sean Gilday deserve this award more than
That's great.
I do. I
agree.
You know what I mean? But if you want me more involved in Cage Titans, which I want to be. For the next card, which I'm going to be.
I think regional fight sports is gonna be
next year's event, I'll be a legitimate competitor in that media source. So, thank you all out there for that. So, vote for Steve. I would say, vote for me, you get a free shirt.
Vote for Steve. He'll make all your wireless dreams come true.
I'll blow you up on social media. Vote for me.
Exactly.
So, Mike, I talked to Mike Polvier today, and he spoke to me. Maybe we'll have Andy or Richie call in next week and tell us about how to vote. Vote for your favorite
Now
fighter.
I think last year they did a Facebook poll. I think that's what.
Is that what it is? Now let me
did
just
last
show.
year. But I don't remember.
I think I have a picture here.
might be
I
wrong.
don't know how good it is as far as how clear it is, but I think I have like the whole awards. My award. Oh no, that's me. Sorry. Get a load of that one. That's
cage-
pretty
yeah,
good. Not that I'm not that I'm biased or anything, but just check that out. All right,
Yeah,
sorry, I missed. All right, here we are. There's our rankings. So this kind of hard right here to find all this shit, but all right, I'm not gonna forget about it because I
go
can't
back.
find it.
Yeah, we'll go back.
So all right,
I've seen it,
so
though.
I'm happy to be nominated. Mike's having a big ceremony.
That's awesome.
December 8th at the Pins.
Correct.
Where they had their
weigh-ins.
they had their weigh-ins.
Yep. That's awesome.
I would imagine I might go.
You should. Show.
It would,
I'll do my
best.
if
I won and I'm up there at the beat. But I was on the podcast and no one beat me up there, so and that could happen.
I thought you were getting choked up.
It would have been me. Great TV, right?
Fabulous TV.
It would have been
Fabulous.
fucking
Fabulous.
A. So, and you know what? We talked behind the scenes, and if anything ever happened, it would have been a chokeout.
Yeah.
Leaves no marks.
Yeah. Agreed. At least we can do podcasts on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. I would have woke up. I went, oh, that was awesome. Made
So,
me a star.
Are you ready for rankings or what?
Yes, I am ready for rankings. So, I'm going to flash
I will talk
the
about the
rankings
criteria.
here now, but we're going to go to each kind of category. The main ones, like...
Everyone's the main one.
All right, sorry, motherfuckers.
Everyone's the main
All right, hold on.
Everyone's
Where
important.
is that slideshow? So you can keep talking right there. So where are we going first? Where do you want to go first? Because I have...
Well, let's talk about the criteria. Everyone asks us, well, Tom, how'd you guys come up with it? So, first, the fighter must have fought once within the last year, right? So we don't want to put inactive fighters on the rankings, right? So 1 year, you got to have a fight. Second thing we look for is if a fighter is signed by Bellator, if they're signed by PFL, the UFC, overseas, in Vidka, we're not going to put them on the regional rankings. Now, just because you fought in Bellator doesn't mean you're signed in Bellator, right? So if I see a contract in hand in Bellator, we're going to take you off those rankings. Then lastly, we talk about you got to have two or more pro fights, right? And you can't have a losing record. So that's the criteria to be ranked, and we go off that. Then there's a lot that goes into it, Steve. We've had discussions of fighter. What's the strength in the fighters? Have they fought?
Opponents.
Fighters with exactly. Fighters with losing records, or have they challenged themselves a little bit? So all that kind of goes into how many fights have they had within 1 year?
And also, some of the fighters we ranked have fought in multiple weight classes and haven't
that was very hard.
Haven't fought twice in the same weight class.
Yeah.
So we're like, we can't rank these guys in 4 different weight classes.
No.
So we basically put them in the last fight, the last fight division they fought in.
Or maybe what they did as an amateur.
And it doesn't, like a couple of them, it doesn't legitimately say where, like, that's where their position is. But if they fight another fight or two in 2019 at that weight class, they're going to move up. We're going to be more
100%.
familiar. They're going to find a home to really set a ranking. So I don't want anyone to feel like they were left out or the ranking. I mean, this is
and hey, New England fans.
This is trial and error. Like fans were.
And we updated, right? If
we made
make
mistakes,
your fighter's
like,
voice heard,
like
absolutely.
Dates and everything. I mean, there's
it
a lot
happens.
it
takes a lot of time.
Like you explained, there's a lot that goes into it, and that's why we send it out there for you guys to help us fix it. If we need to add someone on there,
let us know. Let us know.
And
there's a couple of spots that are, remember, we want to rank 1 through 10. So if you see, in the flyweight division, let's start with those, right? There's 6 guys ranked. Hey, there's 4 more spots open.
Exactly.
Voice your fighter's opinion. We want to hear it. We'll add them.
Lightweight, we had 10 fighters in there.
It's a lightweight
There are some fighters that were left out that I swear to God in 2019, they are my fighters to watch. Like, that's other categories we're going to want to put on this. Fighters to watch in 2019.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best, like Mike does on Cage Titans, like some of the best fighter,
Fight of the night, fight of the
breakthrough
year.
fighter of the year. We'll add them down there. And if you look at Tapology and stuff, they get emails all the time to fix things that aren't accurate. So it's we're trying to make it
regional,
friendly,
right?
regional. If there's a fighter that we don't know about because we can't be everywhere,
let us know.
Let us know. We'll look them up. We'll watch tape. We'll find things. I probably got bootleg tape of them fighting somewhere. So
bootleg, Steve.
But
let's just say non-sanctioned video.
Is it bootleg?
Let's go with that word. That seems a little.
There's even a worse word out there.
There is, but pirated.
That's the one. That's what Facebook sent me.
Steve the Pirate.
Awesome.
All right,
come
so
this way a little bit.
Number 1, Steve. I don't want you.
Dude, you got a lot of room.
Relax. All right, number 1. Let's talk about the flyweight division. 125 pounds. Congratulations, Richard Santiago, for taking the number 1 spot, 7-1. Number 2 is Johnny Lopez. That was so close, guys. Richie Santiago, Johnny Lopez. They're both champions in respected. I'm sorry, they're not both champions. I lied. Johnny is a champion in his respective reality fighting.
Where are we? Flyweight right now, right?
Yeah,
All
flyweight.
right,
Yep, he's a reality fighting flyweight champion. Sits at 10-4. That was so close to call. I'd love if there's a promotion out there that wants to make a flyweight title and go for it. That would be the fight to make, I think, in the flyweight division.
Here's the thing: when after the CES last year CES event, when Johnny beat Josh Ricky,
which was a big win.
Big win. Josh Ricky's on our he's still there because he's still a star.
Oh, he's very good.
Because he lost to
Well, he
freaking
lost
Johnny.
to,
Johnny Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
But Johnny
bidding for it. Did he bid for it?
Johnny, when he was on the show after, we mentioned Richie Santiago, and Richie's not going to fight in January. I'm almost 99% correct that Richie's going to wait until March or the next CES card. And depending on what happens in this fight, but before this fight was even announced with Johnny and Jose Lugo for Premier, we'll get to that too. I mentioned to Johnny about Richie fighting them for the CES title.
So Johnny's fighting Jose Lugo, huh?
Yes.
That's
yes.
Number 2
but
against number 6.
We're getting ahead of ourselves right
huge.
there. Yes, we got Jose Lugo for reality. This will be Johnny Lopez's 3rd title defense for a reality fight. I do believe, and so that right there, it's the main event also.
Yeah, that should be.
And today a poll ended. I put a poll for Regional Fight Sports. Who would win? We'll talk about that. The results came in. I'll flash them in there too.
And Steve, if there's any other, and if there's any other flyweights, again, we want to rank 10. So if you know any flyweights, let us know.
Throw them in there. All right.
Moving on.
Next. We gotta go quick because
absolutely, we gotta go.
We can follow up after we talk to John, but
bantamweight. Let's just go over the number ones right now. Bantamweight. Congratulations, Tony Gravely. Had a phenomenal finish. 16-5. He's a CES MMA champion. Number 1 bantamweight. People are, and that's another stacked division that everyone is bidding for. Moving on to the featherweights.
What, you're already there?
Yeah,
already
going
left
number
there?
ones.
Man.
Number ones.
Holy, wait a minute. We got to talk about this.
Oh, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, because...
Well, you told me I have until 9 o'clock.
Well, we do, but holy shit. Wait a minute. Rico DiSciullo, I don't want to talk about him right now.
I do. So again, a promotion.
Oh, now you want to talk. All right.
Well, really quick. I mean, great fights to make. I mean, look how stacked the bantamweight division is. Anyone and I believe the top 6 could be in title fights. Anyone.
Of course, and they are, because here's where we are right now. Tony Gravely holding the CS bantamweight title.
Yeah, he'll be defending.
He's probably going to fight in January,
maybe,
against one of these guys.
That'd be great. Be great.
One of these guys that's not fighting for Cage Titans, which is Kinmoy is fighting Jay Perrin, who is defending the bantamweight title, who won off Johnny Campbell, who was 9th in line, who fought Dan Dubuque.
Think about
last card,
it's amazing,
and lost the decision.
Yeah.
So Dan, I do believe, is fighting Johnny Campbell again. That's not. I heard it's set in stone. I don't know. Things change.
Yeah.
But until I see a poster with Dan and Johnny on there for a rematch. But big things. We got Kinmoy, 2nd fight back, fighting Jay Perrin for that spot. Now, Jay Perrin, I have to say, our last rankings, I think Jay Perrin was ranked 5 also.
Yep.
Like you and I would go, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
we debated.
Yeah, I agree.
Kinmoy coming back, because when Kinmoy left, that's basically about where he was.
Yeah, he lost to Andre.
Yeah, exactly. Who was in the UFC.
Yeah.
Kinmoy came back, had a great fight, showed a clinic on his feet.
Of course.
Kinmoy's
always been
fun. Let me just say, them, like Jay Perrin and Kinmoy, those spots could be switched right 100%. There. Like, you know what I mean? It could, and that's debatable. That's why these. That's why these are out there.
Kinmoy holds a victory over Paiva, right? So that's
yeah.
why Kinmoy's ranked over Paiva. I mean, it's just it's very debatable. Very.
Keith's
the
chilling.
bantamweight division right now is hot.
All right, so we'll get to featherweight. Is that where we're going next?
Featherweight next, yeah.
All right.
Number 1, Bruce Boyington. He had an upset of the year.
Shit,
in
I don't
my
have
opinion.
featherweight. All right, we'll talk later.
I'm gonna go upset of the year probably is Bruce Boyington versus Sean Soriano.
Soriano.
So it's not like Bruce is given this. Bruce earned that. What a huge win that was for Bruce Boyington.
And
he shocked a lot of people.
Bruce is coming off a win for Neff also. I think a
shocked,
second round
shocked a lot of people. It was great to see. Some victory like that. So we got Bruce Boyington at 1, Sean Soriano at 2.
Fucking Keith Schilling also.
Yeah. Soriano at 2.
Well, Keith, I got the beans.
You got the
I got the
beans.
beans on that. I got the beans on who he's fighting.
You do.
Let me tell you.
Vodka Clay at number 3.
Vodka Clay coming off
He just
an
fought.
amazing fight at Combat Zone.
Yeah, just fought.
I think he was down. Like it was 1-1 maybe in that fight,
Yep.
1 round to 1 round, and he came back. And
So
what he always does,
So maybe that's Bruce's next fight.
it could be. They're from the same kind of,
Yeah,
that up in
area.
the
Yeah.
up. What do you
Absolutely.
got there?
Someone calling me during a podcast.
That's all right. They don't know.
Then you got number
I
4.
people
They don't
sending
know.
me porno
They should
right
know.
now in
Oh,
Messenger.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Number 4. Dylan Lockhart. Kid's got a lot of game coming. 5. Brendan Marriott. 6.
Marat.
Marat side.
Wait a minute. I got to talk about that too, guys.
Go ahead.
Brendan Marat and Dylan Lockhart trained together. PSA, I do believe, in New Hampshire. Dylan Lockhart was ranked by Ken Moy as the next
thing.
champion,
Yeah.
or
Right.
up there in the top 5 at UFC as featherweights if he ever gets in there. He
So-
said his wrestling and jiu-jitsu game in MMA is just like it's
hey,
amazing.
He's ranked 4. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
right?
and Marat is right behind him, a new pro. All his fights, I think all his pro fights were in 2018.
Yeah.
Fought twice for CES, twice for Combat Zone, finishes in every fight. The kid's only 22 years old. He was the Combat Zone featherweight amateur champion, big following. That kid deserves to be on the list. And I'm great. I was.
And we got Jeff
I
Perez,
threw him out there.
Rodrigo
Yeah,
Almeida.
he's
Yeah, it's
going
great.
on the list.
So
Jeff Perez doing.
So
great
again,
things
there's
also.
7 ranked featherweights.
Who else is over there?
There's
Who
3
you got?
more spots. New England, you choose. Tell us who you want in those rankings. There's 3 left. Moving on. Let's move on.
John Stapleton, I will be calling you in about 5 minutes, all right? If you're out there, 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
Let's move on.
What did I say,
Lightweights.
vodka?
You want
What the...
yeah. Vodka.
How the fuck
Oh,
is that?
vodka.
You know who I'm talking. You know what I'm
It's probably
talking
vodka.
about.
I don't know.
The fuck.
I'm just kidding. Sorry,
Right.
bud. Sorry for
Yeah.
mispronouncing
Yeah,
your
yeah.
name.
No, it's me.
Lightweights.
We are. Oh,
Stacked.
there we are. Wait a minute. Let me
Lightweights
get the
are
lightweight.
the most
picture.
stacked division, I think, right now in the regional circuit.
Can I just say I'm glad to have you back? Now.
Stacked.
Love it.
Stacked.
There we are.
Stacked. Number 1, where he should be, Nate Andrews. 14-1. Could have been 15-0 easily. Number 1.
Yeah, look, his only loss is a split decision.
Yeah,
correct?
it was one of those days.
All
Number 2, Joe Giannetti. He had 2 finishes on the UFC show. I think that's what really got his name out there. And then he fought that last draw to who we had to rank 4 because of it. Josh Harvey shot up the rankings after that fight.
Just since we're mentioning Joe Giannetti, I'm just throwing this out here.
Nice. I saw it, man.
This was today, a tweet by Mike Heck, who writes for Fansided, which is an outlet of Sports Illustrated, like
Nice.
the MMA section, which Keith Schilling, who is on right now, heckling me, writes for them also, and he does his MMA takeover. He's doing great things too. So today I'm hearing from Mike Heck, I'm hearing a big time rivalry main event is all about done for the upcoming January 26th Cage Titans, which means I would say a verbal agreement is
point.
there.
Yeah.
And you know
what? Let's give.
And let me just say, Joe Giannetti was gonna. He called out Peter Barrett.
He did. I saw that.
Let me just say, this isn't the fight. All right, it isn't Joe against Peter. I'll throw that out there.
Nice.
But I got the beans.
We got the
so
beans.
back to the lightweights.
So back to lightweights. Ryan Stannis at
Thank you,
3.
Mike Heck. By the way, for
starting that.
Yeah, getting it going. There's chatter all over the place now. So good for Cage Titans. So go ahead.
Number 3, Ryan Sanders. That's a great fight. Number 4, Josh Harvey. Just really quick, I'd love to see Joe Giannetti against Nate Andrews. I think that'd be right now is the fight to make.
Well, that was mentioned back when Joe was coming back from the UFC. Listen, I'm going to say this. I said some shit about Ryan Sanders in the past about he doesn't deserve a shot against Nate Andrews.
He's a tough kid.
He's down to 155. I think he's got 3 fights in a row winning at 155. Not that I'm not a fan of Ryan Sanders. I just didn't think he was fighting the competition.
That Nate Andrews was.
And not that Nate's been fighting the fucking the
his
cream
last
of the crop.
fight was.
But nobody wants to fight any of these guys anyway,
not at
so
all.
they got to get what they want. But
I mean, look
you
at
and
their
I
records.
talked about this. I thought Ryan Sanders should be ranked second just because he has more. He's just has more fights. He's just more veteran, and he's coming off 3 big fights, and he's at 155. He's also the NEF champion. But you put in a good point about Joe Giannetti that he had 2 huge quick finishes on the Ultimate Fighter show.
That's gonna be known.
Yeah, and he made it there. He was on the show. He's a big deal. He's a great fighter. He's coming off majority draw or whatever for the last Cage Titans. John Stapleton is calling me right now, so we got to get Johnny on there.
Let's get Johnny on, and
we're
going to go back
Johnny
to
on there. All right, let me get my interview screen. I got to get his name up there. John Stapleton.
Yo.
What's up, my friend? Where you calling from? Home, car? What are you doing?
I'm in the basement. Just got home from training, dog.
Excellent, my man. Hold on, I gotta get your title up here and stuff like that. We've been like chatting and like didn't forget about you, but I was gonna keep you off to the side for a minute. All right, hold on, Johnny. Hello, you're right there, John.
Yeah.
All right, my man. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the show. I know I contacted you last week. You got a bunch of stuff going on, coming off a big victory in November for Cage Titans. A big calf slicer, first round submission. Dude, what's going on? How you feeling? And what's your world like right now?
I'm feeling great, dog. Everything's going well. I've got a lot of shit going on and got fantastic Philly this weekend. Everything's going great.
Excellent.
Was that nominated for Submission of the Year?
He was, John.
Yeah.
You were nominated for Cage Titans Submission of the Year, correct?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And also, you won an award for Combat Zone, also, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. John, let me call you right back. Yeah, I'm losing you for a second. Let me call you right back.
Well, he said he was
Yeah.
he was in a basement. Did he say he was in a basement?
Is he in a
I
basement?
think that's what he said. I think he said I'm in a basement.
Oh, maybe because he's
I'm
trained.
in the basement, man.
Oh, come out of the... Wait a minute. Let me call you right back.
No, hold on. Let me just get out of the basement.
All right, he's right out of the
There you go.
basement.
See?
He's out of there.
Attaboy.
I usually stay in the basement.
Ah, there he is. John,
Much
keep
better.
talking. Keep talking.
1-800, what's happening?
There you are, my man.
Much
Awesome.
better.
All right, hold on. Let me get some shit going. All right. So,
John is out of the basement, everyone.
so, all right, to get back, what was...
Usually you can't bring me out the basement.
Well, what was in the basement just now? Training?
Nah, I'm just rolling around on my ball. My chest is all tight. I gotta stretch it out.
Oh, okay. So, John, man, you got big things happening in December 1st. We'll talk about them in a couple of minutes. But you're coming off your second big win, second first round finish in MMA. Strawweight, correct? 115 pounds?
Yeah, strawweight. The first one was 120 catchweight.
All right, my man. Talking about the strawweight division, what do you walk around at?
I walk right now in 120.
All right, so you are legit strawweight, and I think in grappling BJJ you fought at atom weight. Would that in grappling would that be 105 pounds?
No. There's never anybody within like 30 pounds of my weight, so I compete whatever they throw me in.
Awesome, and that's what another thing I want to talk to you about, because I've seen so much footage of you. It's all over the place, and you're usually grappling, fighting, rolling with somebody that's outweighs you by a significant amount, correct?
Yeah, that's how it is. Every day is the absolute looking for us little guys.
What do you got for him right now?
Hey, really quick, bud. So I know, strawweight division, I'm sure it's going to be tough to find some fights. Are you planning on going up to 125, putting on some weight, or are you just going to kind of chill and see how that works out?
Well, right now the plan is probably to stay at 115. If whatever opportunities present themselves, like I said, the first one was at 120, so I'm open to 120 again, or if there's no other option, 125. We'll see how it is.
John, how many fighters in the amateur ranks that could fight at strawweight do you think are around in New England that would actually get in this pool of fighters that can kind of get something going with you guys?
couple. There's Dan Cormier, who I've grappled against in tournaments. There's again Sam Stewart. The kid Josh Welch back front was 120. Perhaps he can get to 115. There's not many other than that I know of, honestly.
Yeah, it's tough.
So right now we're playing your last. We're showing your last fight at Cage Titans, where you came away with that calf slicer. Now, as far as the calf slicer in MMA, that's something really rare. We don't see, especially on the regional level. But is that seems like something that you kind of pull off or try to pull off in your grappling events? No.
I am leg lock.
So, all right, to get at that leg lock and stuff like that, who's the guy that you kind of look up to out there in the
In the BJJ world?
Yeah, in the Eddie Bravo world, EBI and all that shit.
Imanari Masakazu.
Nice, man.
Shigeoki, Minoman. Yeah, those guys.
So I seen, I was looking at, a lot of footage of you. Not that I haven't looked in the past, seeing your 2 fights and stuff, but knowing that you're a big time grappler, I had to look back at some of the real cool stuff. And you've thrown some Jeff Glover shit out there, some donkey guard and shit is that?
Yeah, the blue belt days.
So, dude, is grappling and just BJJ? Is that your playground? I know you train out of Trifecta, and we'll talk about any other camps and stuff that you cross train with. But you work the kids out there too, right?
Yeah, me and David Spino run that program.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Dave Espino, we just talked about him. How?
Yeah, that's right. 3-0 this year.
Yeah, exactly.
He's listening right now. He just won.
Hey, John.
No, I heard it. He's on there.
He's not salty on me, is he? He's my man. I interviewed him at.
No, he's not salty on me. No, hell no.
He'll be on there. We bet. He'll be on there.
Like before you came on, we talked about how the next rankings we're gonna have breakout fight or all this other stuff, And I did see that. I'm watching what David said, and he goes, "Hey, I guess I'm gonna win a few more fights."
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he's 3-0 this year.
Yeah, he is.
Bro.
And he's coming off an amazing fight, which I don't know if you knew I was behind you at the combat zone, but you and I were fighting for camera position to go live on his fight.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you were in his corner, but I was right behind you, and we were both Facebook Live in his fight, I think.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
But a great fight out of him. David, like you said, 3 big fights this year, and he's coming off a huge fight for Combat Zone where I think it was my fight of the night because it was a dig deep fight, and he dug deeper and just came away with that win, man.
Yeah, and the only person that was in the crowd for him was his girl, and it was just the coaches, us, and everybody else was rooting for that guy. It was called the return of that guy.
Exactly. And
that's what it is.
That's the best. That's even more glory right there to go in someone's backyard, man.
The booze, all the booze, man.
Excellent, man. Now, your first fight. Where was your first fight for Combat Zone? Your first MMA fight.
Yes.
Excellent, man. Another first round finish. What's the difference between the 2 fights as far as I know, as far as just the event itself and the feeling of finishing each opponent?
Well, I've done the walk to each event. I've competed in the Combat Zone cage before I fought there for jiu-jitsu match. I walked out with my teammates at the Cage Titans thing. So both of them weren't unfamiliar territory, but it was different fighting for them, obviously MMA. But I mean, both of them were pretty similar in terms of how the opponent reacted to the leg lock. So in terms of finishing, it was just the knee bar versus half slicer. They were both. I went for the knee bar on Sam, but he got out of it and they just gave it the cap.
Now,
yeah.
Now this fight was, it was talked about. It's going to be a grappling, kind of a grappling war. But you started that fight off throwing kicks, throwing combos.
Yeah, it looked great.
Mixing it up in there, and is that something just evolving? You're fighting out of Trifecta. You got Larinol there. You got Mike Kimball who passes through. You got great fighters. A lot of Muay Thai fighters in there. do you give credit to a lot of those guys in there for you coming out in this fight with a lot of striking?
Yes. Andrew Rodriguez, Tommy Eaton, everybody down there, David Spino, Kenny Corn, everybody that I'm working with, all of them. I'm definitely not, well, sometimes I like to say 100% ground fighter, but that's just nonsense because I'm a mixed martial artist, but whatever. I like stand-up too.
Look at him. John, we're playing some of your grappling footage, some of your wrestling stuff. What's your background? How'd you get started in all this?
I wrestled as, I was a blue belt. I started grappling like 4 years ago. I was a blue belt when I wrestled 1 year in high school and grappling and all that.
Now we're watching, the leg lock love that you love. Right there, we're watching you fight some guys that, got you by, 8 inches in height, length, and, probably 15 to 20 pounds, even more in weight, man. How's that feel to be that kid that can just take out the Goliaths in the divisions and shit?
Well, you put in the work and it happens, and it's just technique over anything. So, yeah, that's how it is.
So
they don't, like I said, they don't ever have anybody within 10, 20, 30 pounds. So I've competed I've had opponents up to 350 a pound.
Wow.
So it's all over the place.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
So, hey, anybody you want to shout out? Any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, we got some pictures of you because you got a big event coming, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about that, but before we get there, yeah, shout out to sponsors. Get them in there right now because you got an event to finance because you want to get somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the train tickets are a little expensive. I'm going down to Philly this weekend to compete for $1,600. Thanks to everybody at Team Trifecta that helped out with the payments and all of that. Everybody at Andrew Rodriguez, boxing coach, Tom Vegan MMA, Kenny Kwan, David Spino, Jarrell, everybody that I train with day-to-day basis. That's it.
Excellent, man. So right now we have your poster up of this fight coming in December 1st. Talk about what's going on here. Talk about, what got you, how you got to this level and what's going on with this event because there's big things if you win this, right?
Yeah, it's $1,600, and then it's a free entry to another pro 125 division in California.
That's awesome.
Excellent, man. Now, where's this one taking place? This one coming up on December 1st?
This is at 10th Planet.
Oh, I lost him.
We lost him. He'll call back.
He went back.
Did he go back in the basement?
Yeah, he went back in the basement.
basement.
So we're going to show some of his stuff right here. So right here, the finishers 125-pound flyweight title is going to be Fire Meet the Fighters. Number 11 seed, which is David Jack Relentless Worldwide. 7th Shogun rank purple belt team Trifecta MMA. We will be covering the upcoming finishers sub 125-pound 16-man.
It's a sub-only tournament. It's a sub-only,
so there he is talking about the 1600 and the finishers flyweight title. The winner will also receive a paid trip and entry to compete in the next Ultimate Mat Warriors in San Diego, California. So there you go right there. Let me call David right back right now, unless he's calling me back. But that's awesome, man. Let us guys back. Let's get our, let me flash this over here. Let me get our pretty faces back here. And right there. There we are. All right, let me call John back right now.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Johnny, nice haircut, Tom.
Hey, thanks, Rose.
I said that when he.
By the way, Rose.
Oh my God, you got the
for
cookies. Eat the cookies. I forgot to give.
I love
Sorry,
cookies.
Rose.
It's holiday time.
You know what I got?
It's all about the cookies. What do you have?
Jalapeno.
Yeah.
I mean, I got stuffed olives with jalapeno.
Drive me crazy. Craziness. So listen,
Rose. You know what else? Also, I got salted peanuts.
Peanuts. Get your peanuts.
Inside joke.
I agree.
All right, let me see.
So,
all right, go ahead, talk. I'm gonna
talk really quick. Let's wait for
Your
the phone
call
call.
has been
He's done.
That's it.
All right, so
Hey, it was a good interview.
We'll let him call back.
If he calls back, great.
Yeah, because we got to talk about that a little
So
bit. All right.
we're still at lightweights here. We're still talking about the
Phone
lightweight
died.
division.
He said phone died.
Oh, man.
All right.
John, it's all right, bud. Hey,
John.
check John out.
Yeah, wait a minute, John. I'm flashing that right there. John, I'm gonna play some more stuff of yours. Well, now talk right now. While John's watching, I'm going to play some of John's stuff right
I'm eating
now.
Rose's cookie. It's awesome.
So all right, go ahead. Talk now. What are we talking
So,
about?
still talking about the lightweight division.
155.
155.
That is.
Josh Harvey. Then you got Jack DiSabatino.
Ooh!
Zach.
Yeah, Zach. Which, Zach is what? 5-0?
Zach is 5-0 right now.
Jack trains out of South Shore. He trains with Joe Giannetti and all their monsters there. Zach hasn't fought like the cream of the crop fighters, but he's young and he can't get matchups. So he's going to fight who he can, and that's what happens. He's 5-0 right now. He can probably kick ass. There's some legit fighters out there, even maybe on this list.
Yep.
So I wanted Zach on there. I think he deserves to be on there.
So then you got Aaron Lacey, Connor Berry, Peter Barrett, Jacob Bond, and Saul Alameda.
All right, and
So
all right.
very stacked 55 division.
Let me get back. All right, so are we off the 55 division?
I think that's it, man. Then we got moving on to the welterweight division. Again, this was tough. You had Chris Curtis, who retired, but we don't really count retirements because a lot of fighters will retire, then come back. I kind of have to be one of them, I guess.
Yeah, you're like.
So it's just the calendar year, right? If you haven't
there's
fought
the
within a
ranking
year,
slides.
you're
All right,
gonna stay on.
We're gonna play this right here.
So whether you retired or not, and you decide to come back and fight, that way it doesn't affect the rankings. You just gotta, if you're retired and you show us that you are retired for more than a year, then we'll take you off.
All right, so Chris Curtis, number 1. Oh, there it is right there.
Chris Curtis, number 1. Yep, you have to rank him number 1. Had a knockout victory against Sean Lally.
Sean Lally,
on the
who's
show.
ranked.
And I mean, look at Chris Curtis' record: 19-5. He's the pioneer.
And Chris is fighting in Russia.
Yeah.
In December or
So
February.
I'd love to see Chris fight Jeremiah.
I would
for
love,
the title.
and I threw that out there.
That'd be great.
But I think Jeremiah is gonna fight before Chris comes back from Russia. But I wanted that fight. I wanted Jeremiah
That's
against
a fight
Chris
to make.
Curtis. But I'm not the guy that makes the fight. So.
Agreed.
Even though I should be.
I should be. Number 3, Cameron. You brought this guy up.
Cameron
to me.
Lushinov from
Stud.
Team Link.
Stud.
What is he? 7-2.
7-2.
7-2.
Holds a victory over Sean Lally.
Cameron Lushinov just
Who's
coming
number
off.
4. Sean Lally number 4.
Yes, Cameron just coming off unanimous decision off Sean Lally at Bellator. Cameron is 3-0, I do believe, for Bellator. He's won 6 in a row. The kid he's the NEF welterweight professional champion.
It is.
I love him. He's a great guy. He can fight. So I said that guy's in there.
No,
I can have
100%.
a fucking.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
They got Sean Lally, John Manley, Matt Secor.
No.
Sorry.
Oh, John Manley, who.
John Manley has a loss. Or Jeremiah Wells beat John.
Yeah, which 3-round. Yeah, Jeremiah beat him.
Yep.
John Manley had him in a couple of
Yeah,
spots,
he
but
did.
Jeremiah got out of him, man. All right.
Then you got Gary Boletto Jr.
Who will be back?
Yep.
Oh, John's back.
John's back. Let's finish this.
Johnny, you're back.
I fell down some stairs.
Look at. I still have his head around, man.
That's awesome.
All right, brother.
My bad, man.
We're gonna talk to you about this event and what's going on with it. All right.
Yes.
All right. So, because I want to ask you a couple of questions after this about MMA because we got shit coming on in the beginning of the year. So, what's going on with this event, and what do you need from followers and fans to kind of support you to get where you need to be?
Yeah, well, I've always been looking for any sort of support, whatever, brands, anything, sponsors like that, clothing lines, anything like that. This tournament is far away, so it's just expensive to pay for the travel ticket. And like I said, the 16-man, 25 division.
That's awesome.
There's anywhere from blues to black belts, and it's mostly like browns and purples and blacks. So if I get this, then there's a 16-man division in California, which is a paid trip, all of that, like the hotel and everything. So yeah, just everybody sharing what I share about sponsors and videos has helped me get my name out there for the support to make this all happen.
Excellent. Now, if you get to the next level, when is the date on that? The one in California?
I don't know. I think it's in March. All right,
So brings me to my next question. You're in this tournament. You're in the tournament December 1st.
Yeah.
What's going on with MMA? We got Gage Titans coming on in January that you came away with that big time calf slicer. I know you're strawweight. I know it's hard to get matchups. I talked to Mike today, and your name is in there. It's just getting you a fight. So are you adamant about getting on the card in January, or are you more concentrating on the grappling and getting more accolades in that?
No, if there was anything in December, I'd be on that for MMA too. I'm trying to get on anything. There's Combat Zone February 2nd, so I don't know what's going to happen. Combat Zone or Cage Titans 26th.
Excellent.
There's a couple grappling tournaments in December after this one too. So after that, then it's just staying active.
Excellent, my man. So we got to get you out there. I mean, we're going to support you going into December. Did you ever think about kind of putting a GoFundMe up there or something?
I don't know. I just never wanted to ask for like too much. Seem like that kind of guy, but I guess that's how you got to do it, right? I don't know.
Yeah, John. You know what I mean. Don't feel ashamed about it. I mean, it's something legit, and it's something that kind of you're representing the area going there.
That's awesome.
So I don't think it would be frowned upon if you did something kind of like that. It would probably, you know what I mean. I would, you know what I mean. I don't think it would be frowned upon about you're going there to represent New England and and beyond. So I don't think that's a bad idea. And if you put it out there, I'll definitely contribute to it.
Thank you, brother.
All right, my man. Last thing, how we get in touch with you, your social media. I know you're on. I'm going to play your slideshow and your fight too while you're talking about this. I know you're on social media. I know you're popular on Instagram and all that stuff. You put a lot of instructional videos and things with kids, just a lot of fun stuff. You're a fun guy. You're a character. You look great. You look like a goddamn fighter, and you have the attitude for it. Do you skateboard and surf and shit like that too? What's up?
I'm not cool enough to learn to skateboard. Everybody in skateboard is cooler than me. So
He's just good at taking legs.
Yeah, he's just good at taking legs, man, and that's what you do, man, like a fucking snake. All right, I'm gonna. All right, so shout out your social media up there. I'm gonna play some of your shit while you're going out.
Yeah, it's just John Stapleton on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, 74 Jiu-Jitsu, that I haven't really posted too much on, but and also Relentless Worldwide on Instagram.
Excellent, my man, John. Hey, John, one more question. They have you as Jack on Tapology. Is John and Jack? What's your real name? Is that your middle name, Jack, John? What is it?
I go by Jack. Real name John.
Oh, all right, cool. All right,
yeah.
So that works out for me. All right, my man. Listen, work on that GoFundMe page because we only got a few more days, man, and I think people will contribute to it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
All right, my man. And as soon as we find out something about, I'll talk to you after this event coming up. Yeah, because you'll probably have news about Cage Titans, so we'll kill two birds with one stone, bro.
Let's do it, man.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for coming on, bro. And we'll be looking out for what happens on December 1st. But get that GoFundMe page out there.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Good luck, buddy.
Right, take care, man. There you go.
Good kid.
All right, awesome.
That's
Back to the rankings.
No, back to the rankings. Awesome, great.
All right, where we going? Right.
So
then we got a little news to go after this, and then we're out of here.
A little bit.
We got a little news about matchups, about fighters putting stuff out there where they might possibly be fighting next, and we want to
a lot of buzz, Steve.
Talk a little bit about
a lot of buzz. So again, talking about our rankings, we also will be doing Muay Thai and MMA, Muay Thai and boxing rankings coming out as well. Again, Muay Thai is pretty challenging, but we're getting
What's the criteria to that? Did you tell me already?
Same criteria.
Same thing.
Yeah, you can't have a losing record, etc. Yeah. So moving on to the middleweights, I don't want to forget Pat Casey though. We ranked him number 8. He's another guy.
That's one of those
one of the
things
guys
we talked
fighting
about.
at 4 different weight classes.
Exactly.
We chose welterweight. Very tough. So, but Pat Casey 4-0. He's definitely going to be ranked somewhere soon.
Exactly.
Middleweights. Tim Karoun 9-2. He's ranked number 1.
What thing about Tim Karoun is, and being ranked number 1, we don't have a lot of 185ers. I understand that.
It's a very small division.
And like we said, if
really
you know more out there that we can look up and
yeah, let us know.
But he's got two losses in a row.
He does. He's
and one is a late notice against Cameron's partner at
Yeah.
Bellator.
Yeah. And then you got
Because Regional Felix got hurt. So.
Ronaldo Felix, who's our third ranked fighter. So
Yeah.
Justin Sumner's
No. How was that?
Justin Sumner's ranked number 2.
No, my shit.
Yeah.
Justin Sumter.
Number 2, I could have easily
One of my
ranked him
boys.
at number
Justin
1.
Sumter, to get back to Justin Sumter, congratulations. Justin Sumter is expecting.
Oh, that's amazing.
Congratulations to Matt Bissett, from our former CES featherweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
He's expecting.
That's awesome.
And, of course, Nick Newell, his
Wait,
wife.
the whole team's all having babies.
Fucking
Huh?
have it. They were
That's
all
awesome.
hanging out.
Good for them.
Nick Newell, I think his wife and him are going to be having a baby in the next month and a half, 2 months, I think. She's
Nice.
like really
That's amazing. That's amazing.
big.
Big.
Bro.
Middleweights, Tim, Justin, Ronaldo Felix, and Pat McCronin. That tops out our middleweight division.
Oh, all right. We're done with that. All right. Where are we going?
Moving on to lightweights.
All right. Hurry up with this shit.
205. Wow.
Where are we?
Lightweights, 205.
Light heavyweight.
Light heavyweights.
All right.
Light heavyweights. I said.
All right.
Did I mess up? I made a mistake.
Oh, we're
See,
on
I am
live.
human.
Fuck you, though. I thought the slide.
Light heavyweight.
I was ready to pick my nose and stuff.
Fabio Charant, 4-0 this year, 4 wins.
Oh,
Number
wait a
1.
minute now. We're going to get back to that because there was some chatter about
I
that
saw.
little shit
Yeah.
there.
Number 2, William Knight, 3-0.
Oh, there we go.
That was number 2. Yeah. Number 3, Jorgen De Castro, 3-0.
NEF champion, by the way.
And number 4,
Cruiserweight.
Terrence Jean Jacques Jean Jacques.
Jean Jacques.
2-1. Listen, they're the 4 top light heavyweights.
Jean Jacques fought
William
William for his pro
Yeah,
debut.
got a loss. Yep.
And he was doing all right, man. He was
So
doing
listen,
really good.
and Jorgen just won the cruiserweight title, not
And
the
that-
light heavyweight title, right?
Yes,
so,
cruiserweight, first ever. For
Yeah,
him.
so I mean, that was a tough one to rank, right? There was
Yes, it
not
was.
many guys out there,
Not
not
many.
many light heavyweights fighting the 205 division. If you know any, if you want any, well, give us a shout out. And then heavyweight pro. Number 1, Gregor Bello. We all know he retired, but again, retiring, if he's off the fight card for a year, great. So he has until June 26th, essentially, not to fight again before he gets removed from number 1.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's still number 1. Number 1, Gregor Bello. Number 2, Parker Porter. I did not rank Keith Bell just because Keith Bell he's not really
doesn't
a
have-
regional fighter. He's not.
Oh, I thought he didn't have a winning record.
No. I think he has. I think he maybe 2 wins above winning, I believe. And then we ranked Ross Hilton. Is that his
Who's
Raz?
coming? Yeah, Raz.
Coming off a loss, but it was a cruiserweight loss, not a heavyweight loss.
Against Jorgen De Castro.
Correct. So again, there's only 3 heavyweights that are ranked right now. So think about that.
Well, what are you going to do?
Heavyweight's tough.
And
And
we
then
should have thrown Eric Bedard in there.
Yeah,
You know.
so Eric, but Eric came off a loss, and then
Yeah,
I
I
think
know
he
that,
retired,
but,
so it's
yeah.
kind of like,
Did he retire?
I don't know.
All right. Probably be a bare knuckle boxing.
Good for him. And then to women, we did pound for pound, right? Because
Yeah,
there's
for
not
the
many,
women,
yep,
because
not many.
that's
So
another hard one.
these guys, these
Have another
women,
one of those cookies.
yeah, we can rank these women any you want. But number 1, we got Kayleen Medeiros, the Dark Angel, been fighting for years, kind of the pioneer of women's MMA.
Yes.
Then you got number 2, Jessie Mealy, phenomenal fighter. She's at the bantamweight division, where Kayleen's at the strawweight division. Number 3 is Danielle Hindley at the strawweight division. Number 4 is Maria Rivera at the flyweight division. 5, Hillary Rose, flyweight. 6, Sarah Click, flyweight. Great to see Sarah Click get that victory. I'll tell you what,
Sarah Click was
She-
just that.
she's just phenomenal. Yeah,
was
she was
just
training with
trained.
Joanna.
Yeah, Joanna.
That's awesome.
J-check.
And then number 7 is Marissa Messer.
Valencia.
Yep. So that ranks
Um,
out our rankings.
And like we talked about, we're gonna add to the rankings. Shout out to Carrie Kennison. The reason why she's not on the rankings is because she fights for Invicta right now,
Signed.
and so she's
Signed.
signed
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So Kerry would have been on there, but
Yeah.
she's out.
Yeah.
But fighters to watch, like I said, I was gonna put that on there. What's her name? Kylie O'Hearn.
Absolutely.
1-0, can't
Yeah.
get a fight. She was supposed to fight on the last Cage Titans.
That's right. We did an interview, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight fell through. Not her fault. But she's a fighter to watch. She could be 2 in a row right now. She could be on that list.
Yeah.
We didn't add her there because
Again,
she's
you
only
gotta
1-0.
have, you gotta have 2
Yeah,
fights.
so Kylie O'Hearn, that's my fighter to watch for 2019 as
Yeah.
far as the women.
I agree.
She's going to be killing people, and that's
I
what
agree.
she does. So shout out to her. And what else are we talking about here before we go into news and
Let's go right
shit
into
like
news,
that?
Steve.
You want to go? You got things to do.
Right into news.
All right. news. I'm gonna play a little slideshow of I just gotta erase a couple. No, I want to keep that there. Look, I got kind of pussy. I left kind of pussy on there.
Pussy.
Such an asshole. Oh my god. All right, so first news right here came out today. We'll talk about this real quick. Mike Heck puts on, I'm hearing, a big-time rivalry. Main event is all but done for upcoming January 26th Cage Titans show, which means a verbal agreement is on something.
Correct.
It's not Peter Barrett against Joe Giannetti.
Sorry, right now I'm texting Julio Pena, who's going to get back in the gym and stop beating me up again. It's gonna kill me.
Oh, why you got?
We're both gonna get. No, we just can't. Can we train? Why do I always gotta have a fight?
All upset?
You like to have the beans. That's the problem with you.
Fucking beans. No, I'm ready to fight.
No, big shout out to Julio Pena. I love you guys. Hard Knocks. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to get back in the gym.
To get back to this. We know Joe Giannetti, they're looking for a fight for him.
Yeah.
I got the beans, I know what's going on.
Yeah, but you can't spill it. You gotta get
No,
the
because it's a verbal agreement
you gotta
whatever.
get the promotional right to do that.
That's what I said. So I'm waiting for all that. Okay. Because it's 2 months away. Fights fall through.
Because the old Steve Domenico?
Oh, I would have been I would have made like a poster.
There
would have been posters made.
Steve Domenico promotions. Like,
oh my god. Oh my god.
Crazy.
So, that's news right there. The next news right here is for reality fighting. January 5th is who we got here. Ryan Chen.
Ryan Chen's the man.
Oh, Brian Marino saying that.
I saw both of
you
them.
put Fabio won that.
I love him
Fabio
both.
hasn't responded to that. I know what's going on. Oh, about that. All right, we don't want to talk about that light heavyweight shit anymore.
Yeah, no.
All right, so we got Jose Lugo going against Johnny Mr. Nice Guy.
A main event.
And we had the poll today. We had the poll that ended after
I want to see.
This poll isn't.
Well, it's a very how many
it
people
goes
really
by,
did it?
Yeah, people shared it on both sides, but it's not it's just fun.
Yeah, so what the poll say?
190 votes
total.
Jose won by about 15 votes,
So
which means to tell me that's a pretty even
fight. It's a competitive fight.
That's an even fight. So this fight right here, when I talked to Johnny after his win at CES,
yeah.
He was talking about maybe fighting Richie Santiago in March for the CES flyweight title. All of a sudden, this comes up. It's Jose. Now, these are both my boys fighting right here, flyweight boys. So they're fighting for the reality fight. Depending on who wins here, if Jose wins, he's not going to be fighting Richie Santiago for the flyweight title as training partner. I don't see that happening.
No,
but he'll be the reality fighting.
Yeah.
And he'll be happy with that.
And Richie could.
He'll probably go to fight for Neff again because he's just coming off a win for Neff.
Yeah.
But if Johnny, Mr. Nice Guy Lopez wins, he's going to be. And that's where that number 2 and number 1 rank is there.
I think Johnny might be 1 or 2 air wins from the UFC call.
Of course.
Or if the UFC's not doing flyweights, or
yeah, they're not
FC.
doing flyweights.
1 FC.
It's all done.
1 FC.
But Johnny, if he wins this fight and defends his title for the 3rd time, he's fighting Richie in March for that.
You think so?
For that CES 125 belt.
I'd love to see it.
Because
fight.
I know Johnny wants that fight, and why wouldn't Richie want that fight? And here's another thing: if Johnny wins this fight in January, and I'm not saying he's going to win. I love you, Jose. Sorry,
no, Jose's a monster.
But if Johnny wins this fight, he's got to be the number 1 guy. He defended his title the 3rd time.
Absolutely. So now again, we do the next rankings in July.
Yes, exactly. So that fight will already happen if it's with Richie and
so
stuff.
What do you guys think, New England? Steve posted a good question. Do we update the rankings as we just go along? Is that what you guys want to start doing?
I don't know, actually.
For big upsets? New England, let us know what you want. Do you want us to continue to update the rankings all year? I think that makes it pretty interesting, at least so it's live.
Yeah, we can keep...
It's live.
Why not?
So maybe don't post it like that.
Why is it going to be set in stone?
I
Things
agree.
move around.
So, hey, let us know. Let us know your opinion on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Not everyone's watching is going to get this segment of the podcast and know what the hell we're saying, but you should. Share this fucking shit. That's all I'm saying. So...
Steve, it's 9:36 at night.
All right.
I have a 9:40 deadline. So
all right, we got a couple more minutes. All right. So, one more. I'm going to flash some more news. Is that it? We got the beans?
We got the beans, man.
No, that's a shirt. Oh, there's MMA news. All right, here we go. Jorgen Dick. Oh, wait a minute.
Who is this?
You are a son of a gun. You said it just like that. Alexander the Great Baloo. That was her. She got signed by Top Game Management, who signed Mitch Raposo.
That's awesome.
Also, Tyson.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm going to talk about all these, but first we're going to talk about Baloo, who you just talked about right there. She got signed by Top Game Management.
Great.
She fights out of Ascension, Mappaset, and Jeff Dodd's gym.
Yeah.
Also, she fights out of
Underdog.
a grappling
Okay.
gym in New York. I'm sorry, I can't think of the name. But she's 1-0. She beat Lisa Insane Blaine in Bellator. She got signed by them. That's one of my fighters to watch for January. So, I mean, for 2019.
Yeah.
So, there she is right there, flashing through. She's great. And then we got Mitch Raposo, who posted today. He'll be making his pro debut for Cage Titans January 26th. Don't know who he's fighting.
Who?
He's flyweight. Don't know who he's fighting. But I did talk to Mitch Raposo, and since the UFC is taking away the 125 division, he's thinking about moving up the bantamweight.
Is he taking? Are they taking it away? That's not been confirmed.
Oh, come on, it's
nope.
not. So, all right, but listen. So anyway,
Joe Rogan, Ariel Helwani, I want to know.
I'm the beans guy. So anyway, Mitch Raposo, the kid's like 20, 21. He's growing still.
Wow.
So he can, bantamweight is no problem for that. There's us. We're beautiful. So Jorgen De Castro has a signing, and right there at Planet Eats. He'll be waiting for us, guys. He's meet and greet.
Oh, good for him.
And that's one of his sponsors. So go see him there. Great. I think that's December 1st. Yep. Let me get a couple more things in here, and we'll get you out of here, and we'll get the fuck out. Is Mitch right again? One more thing. Oh, here we are. The reality. I just want to talk about reality because Tom.
That's a great event.
Supposed to be putting in credentials for me.
I'm gonna get it done
for that. So right here.
It's in January, bro.
William Knight's fighting on that.
Oh,
reality.
Good.
William Knight, who was on our
rankings.
Our rankings.
Number 2.
Number 2. Could be 4-0 here. We also have Justin Valentin, who is Johnny, Mr. Nice Guy's cousin, who's coming off his pro debut win at CES. Also fighting at reality, where he has a first round knockout, like under a minute finish over a fighter there at his last amateur fight. Also, we have my buddy Miguel Cuevas.
Can't wait to see that
coming back.
Can't wait to see that.
He's fighting. We also have Billy Goff. We have Eddie George. We have Nick Flory defending his title there.
Yeah, they had a great. It's great.
Reality is blowing up. So with that said, Tom's giving me the evil eye. He's got to go ahead and get the hell out of here.
I'm not giving. Don't you dare put that on.
All right. So Tom, I'm going to give you. All right. We're going to show our beautiful faces one more time. I'm going to put this up.
Guys, go to regionalfightsports.org. Check out the rankings. Our scholarship is going to open for this coming year.
Here we go. There's the scholarship.
Our scholarship is going to open for this coming year. January 1st it opens. So please go on regionalfightsports.org and apply. It doesn't have to be for college. It could be for an ambulance certificate program, any type of skill, carpentry, etc. If you're in college, you're an MMA fighter, you're an amateur MMA fighter, you're a BJJ competitor, you're a Muay Thai competitor, you're just a martial artist, you take Kempo, Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, whatever, go online and apply. We want to give away scholarships this year. We've worked hard this year. We've raised some great funds. So we want to give away multiple scholarships. Please go on the website, regionalfightsports.org, and give it a shot.
And what else we got here? We got 2 more minutes because Tom. I don't want to keep saying Tom because it's not Tom. I want to get out of here too. And also, I'm talking. We still have shirts left. We got the bean shirts.
Yep.
There's people wearing these
all
right
that money
now.
goes into the nonprofit fund. So again, please support the cause. Media of the year. This man has worked so hard.
Last but not least, the Cage Titans End of the Year Awards will be on
Vote for
December
Domenico.
9th. Mike Pulvier mentioned earlier on here because when we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, that you have to go.
I said I might go. Yes, I will be there. I'm gonna have to buy a new jacket for the event.
Kinmoy.
All that other stuff. Yeah, I gotta Kinmoy. No, Kinmoy and I right now are on like a Snapchat kind of friggin' messenger picture back and forth kind of thing.
How much are the shirts, Steve?
The shirt.
Tell everyone. $20.
Yeah, 20. We want to get rid of them.
$20.
Not that we want. We want
Remember,
to buy
money's
it.
going towards.
We want to put a new
another design.
catchphrase on the front. We
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
change them up. So we want to get rid of these shirts and make some new shirts with maybe another design, another
absolutely,
catchphrase in the
100%.
front.
Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe if we win this award right here, we could say #1 in New England media source or something like that. Because it is a big deal, even though it's only one promotion kind of doing
It's
it.
still nice. It was nice of them.
Why don't we get all the promotions in down the line? Why don't everyone get on board and just...
Oh, regional fight sports could just do it.
Yeah, we'll do our own. We're going to put us on the top. We're #1.
No.
All right. Last thing. What else we got? And Tom's going to go. I keep saying that.
You do.
Yeah.
It's like you're kicking me out of the room.
No, I'm going to play last memes, and then we're out of here.
All right, hey, I'm out. Regional Fight Sports follows. You
All
guys
right,
are great. Steve, I love you.
I know you do, bro.
You're the man.
All right. We gone.
Have a great day. Good times. Good times.
See ya.